to see, you know, I'd say we have more...
I actually think we missed the knife. I actually think it's live now. So
Oh,
we have so we have NaVi starting on the CT side.
Oh, okay. All right, so I was going to say I wanted to see NaVi start on the CT side because we have more obvious, at least, data on TSM starting on the CT side. So now we can see what NaVi can do should TSM have an expected dominant CT side. So slow map control here for TSM so far in the pistol round. This is a map where sometimes the CTs can take early advantage around this area you see on your camera now and then slowly move back to the site. This is, however, the pistol round. So you can expect to see that kind of play during the rifle parts of the match. So we've got Zipnix just watching out for the flank towards the B site, keeping the options open for his team while he look for an opening towards A. Bit of tagging there. Edward's going to find some information, but it's cost him most of his life. Only Flamey on the B bomb site at the moment. You can see the 4-man stack there from the CIS side.
Yeah, I was going to say, it kind of makes sense for them to actually hit B, since Zipnix had all the nades over on the B bomb site. There's no way they would just be lurking over there with all the nades.
Alright, so he's got a very simple entry onto the site itself. Again, Edward tagged, but got shot straight in the head, so he's going to fall. Flamey going to try and hold things from the barrel area, but Zipnik's going to finally take him down. He did stop the bomb from being planted. That allows teammates time to rotate. Only Dupree standing now, and he will fall to the final 3 NaVi players. So very important killing there from the barrel position. Again, Zipnik's right in the face, but he went for the bomb planter rather than Zipnik's. And stop the bomb plant from going down, which means that TSM don't get that $800 bonus per player. And that'll make life a little bit easier here for NaVi, but they are up against the eco. But TSM opting not to go for the force buy. A lot of other teams, maybe more aggressive teams, would have gone for the Tech 9s here, try and close the distance. Something we saw in previous matches today, where some of the American teams actually on the buy got too close and got one shot by those P250s and Tech 9s.
Yeah, and I think the reason why is because they're probably buying next round.
Yeah, that is something that they...
And especially on this map, you can actually do that. Since it's so long distance, like, you can actually get away with just using Galils and a smoke or whatever you might have.
Yeah.
Been able to afford.
Yeah, the Galils do considerable armor penetration damage as well. So they are a force to be reckoned with, but they will require 2 taps to the head as opposed to the 1 of the AK. So far so good from NaVi, using the distance in that previous round to...
Yes, we will see a buy here, yeah.
To abuse the... abuse their buy versus the eco of TSM, and here comes the buy. So going to be 3 Galils, and we'll see, no, Carrigan's just going to be on the Tech 9 for now. So only Cajun B on the AK. We'll see if they put him in a forward position with that to try and get the 1-shot, or if they'll play it somewhat differently, go for an execute with the little nades that they have, actually. Only 2 smokes and a flash, so things may prove difficult here for TSM.
This is actually quite nice, though. They actually made it, yeah. They didn't spot him.
Yeah, he just walked into the site. Again, the lack of nades going to go for shock and awe, and here comes the awe. Bomb going to go down. 1-man advantage so far. 3-man retake coming in for the CTs. Edward just with an MP7, so that might make a difference here. C's taking down the device. Things evened up now, 3 versus 3, but Zipnix again can allow his teammates to bait for him, but they're going to be expecting that C takes him down from behind. And now it's TSM who find themselves behind a smoke. Dupree only got 5 HP as well, so Karen's going to have to do a lot of work here, but he's not going to get a single player. Dupree left to try and spray down against 3 through the smoke. That's not going to work, so no. NaVi going to survive with 3 players. See if they can find the AK as well. Guardian still running around with just a FAMAS.
That was a good retake, though, and you saw there, TSM, I don't know if they had like an idea on how NaVi likes to play, but I think it was Suits or Flamey that was just jumping on the bear or jumping on the B bomb site, and he didn't spot them when they were actually walking out.
Yeah, they were expecting a push from certain timing, it seems, from TSM, so they assume that the short area would be safe. TSM abusing that thought. And you can see on the minimap there, NaVi again going for the push towards toilets, but towards the party area. Edwards and Seeds were further forward, and they'll slowly retreat back to site. You can see Guardian doing the same, holding down along with the AWP. Now this time it's Device, just with the Tech 9, as opposed to Carrigan, who's found himself an AK.
Yes, so he was in the same position as before, but he actually spots him this time.
Yeah, good spot by his use, he will get away without taking any damage, but that nade a little bit off course there, so no damage taken for either team just yet. We've got, I think it's... Is that his use? I think it's Edward actually, loitering around our toilets area. So both kind of jockeying for the map control at the moment. C's been taken all of 1 HP. And that might make this hold hard for NaVi as Edward goes down in the toilet. So now they've got no vision of long. Apart from the angle straight onto site where Guardian is going to try and hold things down. Zeus going down as well. So Guardian Flamey and Seas with 1 HP against 5. No one falling for TSM yet. And they've got good control. Flamey though is in position to try and allow his teammates to rotate. But 4 versus 2, I don't know if there's that much they can do now.
No, they're going to save.
So he just got slowly ground down there.
It was yeah, it was a really good patience from TSM because you saw there, Zeus actually needed to push to get some map control or at least get some information, and TSM just caught him off guard. He had 2 guys waiting for him there, and then obviously after he went down, it's just Flamey there waiting, or alone on the site. So it was good patient play from TSM. They only lost 1 person as well, so which is great for their economy.
All right, so let's see if NaVi can hold on to these 2 guns. Seized being the main point of contention here. 1 pixel of health. Alright, so what kind of buy? Okay, NaVi still with a lot of money in the bank here, but it is going to be depleted after this buy. Should be able to get themselves full nades as well. As will TSM finally. So they have been a bit short. But they've got their first round on the board. And again, this is a map where we can expect the CTs to dominate on both halves. So TSM got 1 round on the board already. Good for them. Good to keep the economy of NaVi quite short. TSM with 2 people in connector at the moment. And again, it's just a battle for map control for now. But NaVi have taken an aggressive position in long A, actually. They've got 2 people there. I think Zeus has joined Guardian. So if Guardian misses a shot... Oh, sorry. In fact, it's Edward. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. We've got 4 TSM players possibly heading towards the A site. So this may pay off for NaVi. We'll have to see.
I was going to say, based on their standard play, TSM, they don't tend to go long that much, actually. They tend to actually just take over long from the bathroom.
Here comes the flank. But now they've got the information, so they're going to have to be wary. The bomb has fallen down as well to Guardian. Dupree going to try and force the aggression, but he's going to get taken out by Guardian. Nice smoke. Sorry, nice flash behind the smoke, but all failures so far for TSM. They've tagged a few of these NaVi players. This could still spin around really quickly, but with only 2 players versus 5, the odds are not very good. The bomb is surrounded as well. So we've got to expect trade kills should one of these NaVi players go down. And the trade kills coming straight away. And NaVi survive. After a tumultuous round where they only survived with 2 players and lost the round, they survive with 4. So that will be a good little bonus for their economy going forward.
Yeah. But since they had so many people that survived last round for TSM, they could actually buy this round again. But you saw there on the standard round TSM has that they like to take over the bathroom area first, and then they just flash over and take over long. That's why it could have been actually really dangerous for NaVi there.
Yeah, that flank kill was really important for them. Device. The AWP is the gun he's got most of his kills with in the FACEIT league so far. And there's another one to add to the list, taking down Guardian. So those are 2 fast kills for TSM. 4 versus 3. NaVi, though, will have the advantage of the quick rotations on this map should they require them. But, again, this is a map that's changed considerably in recent times, and it will be harder to defend the A site particularly.
Yeah, I actually don't like the change they did to the long area, because you can't hold it that well. Because you can be spotted from short basically if you hold long, which is, I mean, you basically have no control over unless you smoke it off. But other than that, you can't stand there. Okay,
so with the numbers disadvantage, Seas is in a hyper-aggressive position, and if he moves with the right timing, he could get a humongous flank on the TSM players there. If he can kill the bomb carrier as well during some mayhem and a choke point, then this may win the round for NaVi, but it's easier said than done. But could he end up in the right direction? You can see he's going to have to jump on Device, but taking out Device may change the way the bomb goes, because you can see there's still Dupree heading over towards the A site. He's playing the information game for his team, but are they going to rotate away from the site? It looks like they are, and the bomb is headed towards B after all. So how long is... Okay, he's going to take him down through the monster area. Now we've got the pressure for the bomb to go down. Only 8 seconds remaining for it to go down, and Flamey's going to get 2 frags. That positioning for NaVi is going to make it 5-1 here, unless if we can go huge, but too much to ask with only a few seconds on the clock. And
that was great play by Seized. I mean, you don't see that too often nowadays, where you just play patient. Yeah, sure, he has one from behind. Just gathering that information was just key, because he didn't see anyone else. So there's only two places where that can actually be. Would be the underpass, or also towards A, but you saw Flamey there had complete control over the bomb site.
Yeah, great information play. Saw the rotation pointed out by Cadian on the obs. Shout outs to him and his reasonable shirts on stream. So we've got TSM on the eco. 1 player down. Oh, it's Edward with the money shots. Kobe Got two. Gets taken down by Dupree. 2 players left. You can see Zeus has gone for the eco buy as well with the MP7. Again, $600 for a kill with that weapon. That's a lot of money. He will be hungry for those kills. Dupree, last man standing, does have the bomb with him as well. Taken down by Guardian though. So minimal damage done. Only 1 player lost here for NaVi. And again, he did have the appropriate buy for it as well with the MP7, etc. The Mag 7 as well.
Yeah, and right now for TSM, I mean, they do a good like early round because they just spread out. Obviously, NaVi is playing kind of aggressive. So just to wait for them to maybe, yeah, you see here again, aggressive at long once again, and actually in mid as well. And this, I don't think TSM is ready for this, even though they tend to play a bit defensive. Having him push up like that.
Yeah, now let's see. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of time on the clock here for TSM, and they've taken that Edward very early indeed. Sees to follow, so this is going to be to their advantage. And again, now NaVi in a difficult position. Maybe Edward possibly overextended. And I was going to say, TSM were quite limited on the nades here as well for entries. So he's going to hold down long for now, even things up. But this may speed up the, well, may have speeded up the push from TSM. But they're quite spread out from each other actually. See, the bomb is in a precarious position as well because Zeus is still there, but he's got to win the duel. That could have been a catastrophe for TSM, but the bomb will survive and head over towards Cajun B, who's pressuring the A site, but the rattle of the AWP from Guardian may ward them off. They're setting up for a crossfire there between long and the toilets area with a trade if necessary. But if that bomb goes down in long, there's no one to pick it up right now.
Yeah, Guardian's gonna have to go big here though, because you see Flame is so far away.
The bomb is down. That's going to slow the round down, and it should allow the rotation. But again, Flamey, the clutch master now for NaVi, 1 versus 2. And he is a considerable distance away, as Fiflaren pointed out there. But he may have the element of surprise, because they may expect him from CT, but there's only so far he can run before he gives away his position. Taken out by Cajun B from range. So there will be no comeback. AWP picked up for device. And it is 2-6 to TSM. So far, so good.
Yeah, you saw that. I don't know why NaVi just decided to play 1 person on each site, especially knowing since the A bomb site is so hard to hold nowadays. You actually see 2 ops, like you're saying.
Yeah, so Flamey picking up the second one. We'll see what position he's going for. Looks like he's going to hold the monster tunnel. Does this mean more aggression or a different setup? Less people on a particular area? We'll have to wait and see. Zeus is in the toilet region at the moment. He can rotate quickly to Guardian should he need it. But TSM have passive positions up towards A. Oh, that is a nice wallbang by Zeus, putting Cajun B down to 36 HP, but there is no kill. And only limited information for the team. Still lots of time on the clock for TSM to execute here. They've got better nades than they had last time. You can see Carrigan with the Molotov as well. Actually, the old MyXMG team, of the Danes, like Hunden MSL, etc., had really nice executes on the B site where they had Molotovs in the barrel area, nades onto the sewers where people would rotate, but we still haven't seen that from any other team since. I'm really surprised that strat hasn't been copied.
It's just about, I think it's because of the economy, really. Because you won't have that much money, and then to keep it, you actually see it. Now that we're talking about it, you do have Molotovs here now.
Indeed, so maybe this is a play on that. But it's a war of attrition here that NaVi are ever so slightly winning with the bomb down. Well, it was down, but it's been picked up now, so it was advantage CTs, but we'll have to see now. They're kind of stuck in the sewer. They're going to need a player for support. And that player is Guardian, but can he find the frags? 2 versus 2. His teammate's in a precarious position, and he's jumped past him. But can he find any frags? How have they not seen each other yet? Cajun B's got the jump on him, and Flamey finally goes down. But it's Flamey versus Guardian. There's only a few seconds left on the clock here. We're in the red zone. Guardian will finish things off, but at what cost?
What happened?
They rubbed shoulders.
Who was it like in the pit? Who was the CT?
That was some Benny Hill business. I don't know, because there were 2 people there previously.
Was it Flamey? Okay, so it was Flamey. So I don't know if he must have seen him jump over, or at least heard him. No?
I think they were passing back to back, because they passed each other twice, and then Cage was like, "Oh, hold on, wait, he's an enemy." All right, so they've managed to eke out a buy, but you can see Edward is on a Mag 7 and no money. And this time it's not for fun. This time it's because their economy got absolutely wrecked, despite winning the round. TSM on the eco with those dangerous P250s again. Those armor-piercing rounds that can do so much damage. One tap you from very close, so Seeds is going to have to be careful. Run out of bullets, resort to the USP. Now he's at disadvantage. Carrigan's going to take him out. Trades back and forth, but Guardian is on fire at the moment. Vice though with the Mag 7. Going to shoot Flamey in his face. That's a closed casket funeral. His family will be in tears. Device moving away from the bomb. And this may be because he feels like the CTs are in control, so he's going to try and find a flank.
Yeah, because Guardian can actually see the bomb from where he's standing, I think, so... Yeah.
Yeah, so he's opting for a different position, but... Well, he's managed to find himself an M4, actually, so it's going to be a better situation, but with no armor, Zeus is going to cut him down like a hot knife through butter. Xyp9x, with all of a Glock, he's going to have to go for a few dinks here onto Guardian. 2 players to take him down. And again, we're seeing a dominant CT round here. NaVi just about controlling the match, controlling it in terms of score, but it is costing them a fair few players round after round. So if TSM can break them, maybe they can string a few rounds together, but they need to break them.
Yeah, I mean, look at the money situation for NaVi there. They could probably buy one more round if they lose this one, and then they're going to have to be on the save. So even though it says 8-2 in favor of NaVi, they don't have that much money to work with. So TSM can still come back here.
We're seeing a change in format here from NaVi. We've got Guardian in the mid-A area and Edward in long now. So the AWP changing things up, trying to use that element of surprise to take TSM unawares and thin out the numbers. Bomb is near the B monster tunnel at the moment. Looks like we may go for an execute. This smoke is going to be for the balcony area. You can see there, but already the CT is in an aggressive position, so we'll see how much that affects them. Push coming in now. Flamey in position to cut him down, but he's flashed, he's blind, he goes down. Guardian taking down Karrigan. 3 versus 3 at the moment. And again, they're trying to hold from the sewer area. This time it's Guardian with the AWP. He can't snap fast enough. Sees versus 2. Device could get taken out easily, and they don't know where he is. He's got the advantage here. Is he going to go for a frag straight away? No, he's going for the information play. Turns around, finds the frag straight away. And he'll have to identify where the remaining player is. He must be on the site. So now we play the waiting game. Xyp9x knows where C's was, doesn't know where he is. The more time passes, the more he could be in the short area. You can see Xyp9x smoking it off there, but how does he get the bomb plant? Is he going to run over to the A site? It would make sense in this position.
He should.
You can see he thinks that the rotation may have come in already, so he's making a gamble. Right, so here we go. C's wins the duel. And he'll be looking for Guardian's AWP. He's got time to find it before he goes for the defuse. And there it is. So we're looking at 9-2 in favour of NaVi. And now TSM are in a situation where they need to find themselves more rounds just to give themselves a chance to have a dominant CT half.
Yeah, and especially after winning that one round, if they keep on losing the round after, like you see here again, their economy isn't that great, even though they got the bomb down. They keep on winning one round at a time and losing the next one. So, again, their economy isn't that great. They will not have the weapons and the grenades that they actually want. You see here again. We do have 3 smokes at least, which is great.
You can see they've got the bomb down 3 times in 11 rounds, 2 of which they won. The other one was defused. So, yeah, the struggle is real here on the T side of Overpass at the moment. Cajun B limited to just the Tech 9. Xyp9x with no armor. I mean, sorry, no helmet. He does have the Kevlar, which is a slight advantage for the M4 toting CTs, as that will be a 1 tap to the head and dead. Right, man advantage here for TSM, but how much can they capitalize on it? Zeus taking down Xyp9x. Bomb still in control of TSM. We've got a rotation from the T's down long, so they've got good control. NaVi forced to try and come in from CT to retake this. And there's already a crossfire in position here for TSM. This is not going to be easy.
No, this should be, yeah, I was going to say unwinnable for NaVi.
Yeah, so while they have fast rotations between the 2 sites, TSM can easily put themselves in position, at least in that round, as there was no one in position to stop them in that crossfire, which makes it very, very difficult indeed.
This is the first round we see a Device with an AWP this game, right, or this map?
I think he's had an AWP in the previous round.
Oh, has he? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has.
But look at this anyway, you know, NaVi with 9 rounds, they gotta save anyway. See that one AWP on Guardian, but just pistols and basically nothing else. So.
Seized his Industrial Dawn with the dual Berettas. But it's Guardian and NaVi to take the first kill with only 1 rifle. Again, this is a strat that we've seen versus Pro do successfully on Cash on the T side. But can it be done on the CT side? Karrigan evening things up. But Edwards picks up an AK, so they've doubled their output, and Zeus will triple it with the pickup of that AK. So now, 3 versus 3. They found 1 NaVi player. But can they hold? Can they bring themselves to that 4th round? Again, 9-6 still possible here, but TSM need to get over the line, especially in this round. Two Na'Vi players, Guardian and a teammate, just in case trade's needed. It looks like they're going to give up and play for the save here. So they don't have a kit, so they may not have been able to even find the defuse after breaching the site. So they'll try and save as much as possible. Can Flamey get away? Well, he's only got a piece of 50, so not much loss in that regard.
No, I mean the most important thing there was Guardian actually saving, because he bought up both an op and an armor. So and you can see here as well, he only has $2,000 in his bank account.
So I think 4 rounds is the minimum that the T's need to get on the T side. Do you have an opinion on this?
I mean, I know that TSM is also pretty decent on the CT side, so 4 rounds, yeah, it's probably a minimum. I would probably opt to actually try and get, 6 would probably be ideal though.
Absolutely, yeah. Otherwise your margin for error is very small indeed. So aggression from Na'Vi here, seized, looking to be the jack in the box, but he's carrying a lethal rifle and it's going to get him 1 kill. Doesn't get the second one. But he's done a bit of significant damage there. Guardian trying to hold down a toilet area, but he's going to be forced to retreat after being heavily tagged. He is in nading distance. Oh, he's going to get shot straight in the face by Carrigan. No fear from the in-game leader of TSM. Only Zeus and Flamey remaining. And look how far away they are from each other. There will be no trades here for the C2 side. Zeus has to hold. There's the bomb down as well. And now it's pressure on TSM because they have no idea where Flamey is right now. But he is miles away. He's almost near T-spawn. Zeus... he has only got 8 HP. He has finally fallen. And Flamey is on longest rotation EU. The question is, will TSM expect him to come from this position?
They should.
And can he capitalize on this? Again, he doesn't have a kit. He needs to find these frags fast.
I know, Device didn't see him.
Okay, but his sound may give him away. Now the game is up. And Zipnix will be at the advantage. Oh, that flashbang has not gone the way he would have liked to. Look how far Zipnix is away. Flamey doesn't have a smoke. Can't go for any funky diffusers. He needs to find a frag here. Zipnix just shoulder peeking. This is a very solid advantage indeed. And is Flamey going for the defuse, or is he? No, he's not. He's trying to find the kill, and he's not going to have time to defuse the bomb. So we're looking at 9-5 in favor of TSM, and now things are looking quite good indeed for the Danish side as they move into the second half. 1 more round for them to try and get on the board.
Yeah, Na'Vi has no money. Actually, they did. No, well, 2 of them did. So it's not going to be an optimal buy here for Na'Vi either. So obviously, so the 6 rounds, they're doable for TSM.
Yeah, this is a good situation for them. While it looks like a massive disadvantage, as long as they can win the pistol, not get ecoed, then anything can happen. They could do exactly the same to Na'Vi, as we saw in Nuke earlier today, with some different teams. So Zeus going for the information play. Dupree trying to get the slam dunk there. It's going to be Device getting tagged. Lost half his life already in the early stages of this round. So looking at the map control, the T's heavily geared towards B at the moment, but there isn't any over-aggression from Na'Vi, so they won't be able to capitalize on the lack of map control towards A for the T's. No one in long for either team. As time goes on, Na'Vi will have to go back and check it, unless they have a read on the situation. But again, Bomb is in a very passive position, can rotate in either direction. And after an early presence in B, which has actually caused a significant rotation from Na'Vi, they are mostly going to head over towards A with Dupree, just holding a very long flank indeed, and he will go to join his teammates.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, this is another bizarre situation indeed. Oh, he could have got 2 frags, won't get 1. Seized, cleverly holding the angle there. You see a similar thing from Existence and RPK on Tyson as well when they play Cash. But that's that. So the Bomb close to the site now in a long area. Seized, fallen, so that's going to be a 2-pronged assault onto A now. Agent B clearing the approach for his teammate. Inward taking down Zipnix regardless. So we've got to fight for the site. All teams heavily tagged. Na'Vi with a man disadvantage. And the bomb's on the floor as well. Dupree versus 2. Edward only 7 HP, but Na'Vi will manage to eke out the last round of the first half. So 10-5. An Inferno-like score.
Yeah, and that was a misplay by TSM actually. You saw where the bomb went down? There's no way he was supposed to go over there. They want to plant it towards the mid area of the bomb site, which didn't happen. So because he actually died with the bomb all the way over there, and the smoke was fading anyway. So there was no way for them to actually retrieve it.
Yeah, the bomb was in no man's land, and there was a bit of, you saw some desperate attempts there, but they got punished as you might expect in that situation. So a bit of discussion going on in both teams as they approach the pistol round for the second half. Again, this is very important for the teams on both sides, especially for TSM. If they lose this, with the round disadvantage, then they may be in trouble here in map 1 of this best of 3. Alright, we've got Cadian flying around the map. Okay, so we've got seized.
This is actually quite cool. So Zeus actually he dropped a Tech 9 and a P250.
Ooh. And we've got 4 players with armor. This is very interesting indeed. In fact, we've got 4 players on with armor for both teams, so maybe TSM have made a read on what NaVi might be trying to do. We'll have to see. No kit on TSM either. But again, that might have something to do with the fast rotations onto either side. Oh, Device trying to get some information, but Flamey and Guardian were hiding so close. They were hugging the wall, and they find themselves so close to the site. Trades coming in there. Bomb is in control of NaVi very early on. This is not good for TSM, but again, this is the pistol round. All it requires is a shot to the head. Now they've got that fast opening, but as pointed out by Cadian, the bomb is so far away, they may not be able to capitalize on it so much. CT's in position to try and stop things from happening, but they're just getting blasted away. Jettisoned into the sun here by Edward and Flamey. Zipnix versus 3. Hasn't seen the bomb. Flamey going to pop out and shoot him straight in the face. And now NaVi are in a very strong position indeed to head towards that magical 16th round. But even if they win the next 2 rounds and don't get ecoed or done over here by TSM, they still need to win the final rounds versus the force buy of the CTs.
Yeah, and you saw that.
Versus the full buy, sorry.
Yeah, and you saw that. That's what I was talking about. This map here on the A bomb side. When you're watching along, you can't actually without being peeked from middle. That's why I think it was the Device who actually went down there, because there's no way that you can actually cover both of them without being seen from the other area.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation indeed. We've got 2 scouts on the TSM side, but one of them has fallen already. Cajun B up close in a position to get the 1-tap, but it's NaVi getting all the entries here. Zipnix finds himself alone with no friend-to-phone. Got at least 1 frag, so he will do a runner.
Oh, we got a TSM needs a 6th player. It seems.
Yeah,
like.
it looks like one of our admins is trying to save them, but he will have to go back into spec. All right, so Carrigan won't manage to save anything for this round, and the 5.7 will be smartly picked up. The 5.7 is a super strong pistol as well. I think with the power of the Tech 9 it goes overlooked, but it is also indeed a very strong pistol.
So I don't know what's going on with your admin, if he joined just to drop like a weapon or 2.
Drop an AWP, you know, sly AWP, put a negative on the A site with the CTs.
He does. Well, it doesn't seem like he wants to leave though.
Well, at least it's not chicken, right?
Here you go. He give you a diffuse.
Give him diffuse. Yeah, Brad's one of our admins here. You can see him posting on Reddit sometimes. I call him the Matrix. He's not in the Matrix, he is the Matrix.
He is the
Although
Matrix.
now he's in the game. Which is fun. Alright, I think we might be good to go here. So, pressure is looming large here for TSM. TSM coming into this tournament as champions. But will they leave champions on Sunday? That is the question. When I was taking photos of them earlier, they said, why isn't our name on the trophy? And I was like, well.
Whoa.
Well.
Calm down here now.
Dan would say, well. Alright, so only pistols here for TSM. We have the full eco from the Danish side. And they are full blind here. But again, they're up close. They're going to get 1 taps. Flame is going to get tagged. Traded by Cajun B as well. But NaVi coming in for sweet revenge. Guns, nades, everything. Taking down the final TSM players. 13-5. Now the second half really begins following the loss of the pistol round. And while it looks horrible for TSM, TSM could entirely string a considerable number of rounds together. But they need to hold. Again, we saw the issues with NaVi's economy on their first half. And what happened when they lost the round. TSM basically can't afford to lose any rounds here.
Well, they can afford to lose 3.
They can afford to lose 3 rounds here.
No, they can afford to lose 2. Not
They can
3.
afford to lose 2 rounds here.
Yeah.
We'll settle with that.
But it's not ideal.
It's not ideal at all. So, now it's NaVi's turn to play passive. Cajun B holding an angle. He is might be spotting there, but he's only got an M4. No AWP for him. 3 M4s, 2 FAMASs for the TSM side. And again, their grenade situation is not fantastic. They've got a considerable amount of smokes though, so they could try and burn down the clock, as ETs tend to do.
Yeah, but you see here again, TSM, they had the money, right? And they bought a bunch of nades. but there's no kid again.
Look at Cajun B's position. We could be in a bait situation, but how many frags can he get? He can't get a single frag. This is not going to be good for TSM whatsoever. Dupree smoke. Okay, I was going to say smoking himself off, but he's trying to go for the pop flash. But again, he's just not finding the frags. So many heads to aim for. Which one is he going to try and find? NaVi charging towards the site, bombs down, but it's not going to matter much as there's lots of people to pick it up. Guardian heading in, trying to find an entry flag onto the site. Now TSM starting to hold, but it's 3 versus 3. And that smoke will work both ways in terms of protecting positions, but the crossfire is almost like a Heaton and Potty, but on Overpass rather than Inferno. Holding the site down so far for TSM, and NaVi in a difficult position with a one-man disadvantage as well. They've got 20 HP between them. And the time is running out. They're going to be forced to retreat. Can Flamey get away though? He needs to cross what you might call Sniper Rally. So it looks like he will. And CSM will save 3 weapons.
I don't think
fragile economy.
Yeah, so Device picked up the op as well. I actually don't think that on Cajun's spot there, I don't think anyone flashed for him. So he just peeked just because probably no one has ever seen the position before. Well, NaVi had, apparently.
Yeah.
Imagine a flash there. We would have probably gotten at least 2, probably 3.
Yeah, or if he didn't show at all, then he could have just won the round. But it's a difficult position. If he
won the round anyway, though.
But yeah, well that also helps. And picks up an AWP.
Yeah.
All right, but there's still an AWP on Guardian as well. So NaVi looking to force the issue here, or bring the noise, as you might say. If you listen to rap, do you listen to rap, Flaren? You look like a man who listens to gangster rap,
really,
particularly.
James, I don't know if anyone has told you this, but I'm white.
That's I'll make a note of that.
Yep. And I'm
more
from Sweden.
More Morris dancing than 50 Cent.
I mean, that's my brother.
It's your bro.
from another mother.
All right.
I know we look similar, James, but that's not the case.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll have to introduce you. Right, if you're at home, tweet Fifth Laren links to Gangster Rap on YouTube. That's going to be the order of the day. So you can see the almost flying V here from NaVi as they're approaching both sites, but it's going to be 4 towards the A site, and TSM looking to burn the clock with those smokes, as we mentioned. How long can they do it for? NaVi running out of time, but this is NaVi. They are the experts at playing with very little time indeed. But Guardian, the big man for the team, has gone down, and that bomb plant is not going to work out for them. 3 players left, make that 2, getting sprayed through the smoke. If TSM survive this without losing a single player, then this might just be game on. Edward and Flamey remaining, just Flamey remaining. He's going to have to run for it again, as the clock is red. But nobody will survive here for the CIS team, only Dupree to fall.
You see the difference in play styles as well they have. NaVi played very aggressive on their CT side, whereas TSM, they take the initial pick in mid, but then they just fall back all the way to sites. Obviously, as you can see, both seem to be working. The good thing about holding defensive that TSM is doing right now, though, is if they were to hit B, the rotation from the guys holding the A bomb side is actually very fast.
Right, so TSM in a good place in the weaponry, but a bad place in terms of score. Only 2 AKs mustered here for the NaVi side, and they have to be careful maybe to not fall into the trap of just forcing, allowing these plays to catch up as opposed to going for the full buy here. First frag goes in favor of TSM. Are we going to see a boost on Optimus Prime? No. Look at the smokes coming in here, just like old days with Laren, when this bomb site was impregnable. 3 players left here for NaVi. And again, no one has fallen for TSM yet. If they can survive with 4+ players again, they're going to be in a stellar position. NaVi trying to force the issue here, but with limited guns. All those flashes coming out from the CTs. The hold is good so far. Only Guardian left with the P250. Bomb is on the floor as well. We are not going to see a plant unless some kind of miracle happens.
Why throw all of those smokes if you're not even going to try and get the bomb down? You saw there again, but now it's NaVi. They actually just ran forward towards the CT spawn with the bomb. That's not a good thing to do.
Yeah, I can't see that as a match-winning strategy right now.
I mean, you throw the smokes down, you get the bomb down, and then you play after plants. Sure, last round, TSM seemed to have a good knowing on where they actually plant the bomb, but you can just change that since you pretty much smoked off the entire bomb site, so they can't. It's not like they can rotate and just.
So when you're a team in a situation, Edward had a bit more money than the rest of his team, so he's bought full armor and a deagle, while the rest of his team have bought pistols here and there. And they're on probably an average of about 27, well, about 3,000, 3,300, but he's on 2,700. Is this something that you would commonly do when you're on NIP as a team? Or what's your opinion on this?
We'll probably not buy a deagle and head armor. If you have a lot of money, you might buy an AK, and that's just because you want to try to, if you get a kill or two, you just lower TSM's economy, right, the opponents, which is great for you, since right now their economy is building up, and you don't want to, obviously you don't want to make that happen.
Now Edward finds himself as the last man standing, doesn't manage to save the armor or the deagle. So, yeah, not much effect did that have. And they're on the full buy again. All the nades coming out here for Guardian, Edwards, Use, Flamey, and for C's as well. So this is going to be another key round for TSM to hold. But with all these rounds strung together by TSM, they will have NaVi on the top end of the loss bonus. So we'll see what NaVi have to offer in this round. Again, we've got the full 5v5 here. Loads of Molotovs here for NaVi, which makes me wonder if they have a specific execute going on. Because we've seen them before again in previous rounds in this match, where they've gone towards A and put smokes all over the place. This time they've got smokes, but they've also got Molotovs, so they may be looking to force TSM away from these crossfire positions you see them already waiting in.
Yeah, I think that NaVi realized that they're playing very defensive, and NaVi actually on the old overpass as well used to have a Molotov round on the A bomb site, so we're probably going to see something similar here.
Yeah, TSM with Molotovs of their own, going to try and slow down the push, and it's going to move NaVi away. TSM basically with 4 people on the A sides at the moment. Carrigan just poking and prodding. Zipnik's moving around, keeping his eye on things, being the quick rotate. And again, it is pretty much a quick rotate across the whole place. So they've kind of rotated away from long and put 4 people short instead, with Guardian holding down the AWP in the long area. So more nades coming out for TSM. They're going to be running out of nades very shortly. They've got 2 flashes and a molly left. But, and there's pretty much nothing left for NaVi here. So, again, we've got that smoke grenade onto the site. But can they get any frags here at all? They've so far got none. Dupree going to try and... he's going to get taken down. Team kill by Cajun B, who's all fall to seeds as well afterwards. So, 3 versus 3. It's down to TSM. They have to win this round here. Otherwise, they are going to be in a lot of trouble. 2 versus 3 now. Device. He is still alive. Few bits of health. And there he goes. So, Carrigan and Zipnik's in the same position at the moment. Their time to face the crossfire. C's taking down Zipnik's. Now we're in the 1v1. He's trying to reload his gun, and he's going to get caught short with no bullets to fire. So by the skin of their teeth, TSM keep themselves in the game here and close the round difference to 3. Carrigan will survive with the York, but again, considerable damage done to their economy though. With Carrigan on 10k and the rest of his teammates not far behind, they will have a bit of breathing space to rebuy and continue this success.
Yeah, it was a good retake by TSM as well. They took their time, they were patient, waiting on the smokes to fade, and then just mopped the floor with NaVi. Again though, NaVi didn't really have that great of a afterfan positions. You saw the guy on site basically, and when you plan it like that, it's really good to actually have one that's very very defensive, all the way, even in the bathrooms, since you can spot the bomb all the way from over there anyway.
So NaVi with 5 Molotovs on the board now, but I'm still waiting to see like a full execute with them. Again, there's a video Devilwalk made on YouTube in that position in the sewer area where you throw a Molotov onto the barrels and then nade the kind of the water area onto the site where the CTs commonly rotate once they are pushed away from barrels. But you still rarely see teams doing these things. Look at that boost there.
That's actually a really good boost.
Yeah, it's got considerable cover for his body. I don't know how much penetration that that park sign will do. Hopefully it won't take too much damage as people go around to admire those toilets. So Guardian again, this time he's on long with an AK as opposed to an AWP. Oh, almost a trade frag. Dupree now he's managed to get the information without falling down. But trade finally comes in from Guardian. What a chunky nade as well. Well, actually didn't do that much damage. But it was pretty close. Cajun B falling as well to NaVi, but the bomb is heading towards the B bomb site. Are we going to see a rotation here from TSM? They know what NaVi are like. You can see them still holding the angles here. They know it could be out of the site. What a shot by Carrigan, but didn't get the frag. He's left on 9 HP. Now they're going to have to rotate away from A into B to try and hold down this bomb. We saw how strong this position was on NaVi CT side. Zipnik's will hold it as well. Should give them a bit of map control. Going to miss a jump there. Who knows if he would have gone for a straight defuse or would have tried to find some frags. So, can TSM hold on? Can they keep themselves in the first game of this best of 3? So we have, Edward was hiding behind Flamey to go for the trade there, but it's going to be a complete failure. C's the only person to get a frag in that 3 versus 3, and TSM survive with 2 players. The AWP heading on to another round again. So TSM, they keep finding these retakes, keep finding these frags.
Yeah, but TSM is letting them, or Navi's letting them though. You saw there, every single one of them actually peaked.
Yeah, that was, I mean, just the Flamey Edward situation there, they specifically set themselves up for the trade. And they just both got sprayed down.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if you have if it's a 3-on-2 and you have one guy just peeking, just making sure that he's not pushing or whatever, that's fine. And then even if you die, you still have these 2 guys remaining, and you just play the bomb.
Okay, so we have a timeout here, presumably coming in from NaVi. As if we just press the tab button, we can see they have lost 6 rounds in a row here. And again, their advantage from the first half is waning, it's dwindling, it's disappearing. And they need to make something happen right now. You can see them having a discussion. Zeus rallying the troops. He's trying to think, what's going wrong for our team? Why are we failing? We're getting ourselves into good situations and it's just not going our way. What do we need to change? See some words from the teammates there.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 rounds that they had was both after plant situations where they ended up losing, and it was just about like they just had bad positioning really.
Well, they're still 3 rounds away from victory, still a 2-round advantage, so you can see them.
You watch Vikings?
All showing their opinions. I think I'm watching one right now.
Oh yeah. Have you? I'm saying the TV series.
Oh no, I don't.
Or no, this is this guy is Ragnar Lothbrok.
Ragnar Loth. I've played against Swedish people on Counter-Strike who have had their name as Ragnar Lothbrok.
He is very badass guy. and Edward actually looks exactly like him.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show you later. It's actually insane.
When the last time I went to DreamHack, I think it was Edward who was lying down on the floor in Yongshiping train station in front of a taxi.
Why?
To troll.
To troll?
Yeah, he was just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was not, it was definitely a NaVi player. I'm pretty sure it was Edward, just lying on the floor in front of a taxi.
You sure it wasn't Zeus? That's something Zeus would do, I think.
Oh, really? It may have been. I don't know exactly who it was, but there was much trolling going on. But NaVi may feel like they're being trolled. Unable to string around. They can't break the streak at the moment here at TSM. Again, 6 rounds in a row. Ooh, Dupree. They've got a baity position now. Dupree looking to capitalize on some baiting from Device, but will he find a frag? If he finds a frag, will he get away? Only Guardian there at the moment, and he will indeed find a frag. Guardian only with the AK. And more TSM players coming in, should it be required.
Device burning!
Device has fallen to the flames here, but is this enough? Can NaVi, that's all the questions are on NaVi here, can they convert the 1 round they need to break the streak of these CTs and get some momentum back in their side? And look at this positioning. They're going to have a crossfire should they push a site, but NaVi being NaVi.
No, but the problem here is that NaVi they don't have any smokes, right? So they can't actually go hit the A bomb site.
Yeah,
that's what we're waiting for just TSM to make a mistake, so maybe they get that 1 extra kill onto the A bomb site. But since that didn't happen, they have to force the rotate, or at least fake the rotate.
Yeah, they're just toying with the rotations backwards and forwards here, and I don't know how much TSM know about the situation, but the push is coming back on towards the A site. Now they've got only Karrigan versus 4. Could this be the round that NaVi needed? They've got a lot of players who are heavily tagged. They'll find that the trade, though, NaVi finally break the streak of TSM, move towards that magical 14th round, and now the red sirens will be going off in the heads of TSM as NaVi are far too close to that 16th round. That said, they had a lot of money in the bank, and now look at what they have left.
Yeah,
most of their players left at less than $300.
Yeah, they have nothing.
Yeah, so this is they are on the brink of destruction.
They are trying something new here, though. They are actually pushing it a little bit more this round to try and catch NaVi off guard, which doesn't really work against NaVi to actually go aggressive since they're so slow, right? They're waiting for you. Going aggressive versus a team like that, it doesn't really pay off. Chances are you're just going to end up losing 1 or 2 people doing so.
Yeah, so normally with this aggression from the CTs, it would be very early and they would move back. Zipnix is going to find a lot of information for his team with that push through Monster, and they have a man advantage as well. So this could go their way. You can see they've pushed through sewers to make sure it wasn't B, and they can rotate towards A with Cage and B holding things down. And even if he falls here, he'll give his team an idea as to when the other team are going to arrive. He saw Edward's shadow before Edward knew anything about it, but Edward still finds the kill with the AK there.
And they still have all their Molotovs.
Alright, so let's see if NaVi can put him in the right places. And again, the thing is, like, TSM can throw the smokes as they've just done onto the Molotovs to basically create walls. That said, it does spend what they have remaining, but with 25 seconds left on the clock, that might be in their favor. Bomb headed back towards B, and there's only Zipnik there to defend as C's is trying to hold the CTs onto the A site. I think Carrigan's made his way over to A as well. Sorry, B. Oh, the bomb has fallen down into a horrible position, and there's no time for them to retrieve the bomb and get the plant TSM back into the winning ways. Bring NaVi's lead back to only 2 rounds.
Yeah, and I do not think that NaVi has a lot of money here.
They had about 2,000, 2,500
And they got the bomb
at
down?
the
Okay,
beginning of that round.
Yeah, but you see, yeah, as you see, they're actually going to opt to save here.
Their loss bonus has been reset. So the only benefit they had of losing all those rounds.
So how much money do they actually have right now in their pocket? Okay. Yeah. So it wasn't too much to work with.
Not that much at all. That is some charity shop business. They only had t-shirts with holes in. You know, it's raining outside. There's no umbrellas, so they're gonna just have to take this one on the chin. Although they do have 2 Tech 9s, and anything can happen with 2 Tech 9s. Ooh, this nade, is that nade going to be money? That is a lot of damage. Edward is only walking with 1 leg now. But how many legs are NaVi walking on versus this 4x? If they got a bomb plant here, I think they should be very happy, but that's looking extremely unlikely, especially on this map. Barely any kills, well, no kills, barely any damage, I meant to say. So that's a non-round there for NaVi. And TSM be looking to even things up here. Again, their money may end up precarious.
Yeah, and
Like, even if they won this round and survived with 1 or 2 players, and then they lost the next round, then they might be completely screwed. Who knows? But first we have round 28 to go. So we'll look at the initial layout, and again we've got even more aggression here from TSM, putting 2 people in connector. If they play the silent game and try and flank here, that could win him the round. Or if they wait too long, it could lose him the round. We've got fast frag here onto Zipnix. Dupree going down as well. Trade coming in for Zeus. So an early 1-man advantage here for the T side. I think Flamey was just spotted there by Carrigan, but Carrigan won't find a frag just yet. Not sure if the position of the AWP has been revealed, but look how far towards A Guardian is. And again, we've got the passive positions here. Oh, Cajun B just jumping out and taking down Guardian. 3 versus 3 now. CSM with 2 sites to defend, and no information as to where the bomb might be. Again, always pay attention to the positioning of the bomb and the lack of information here for the CTs. So, CTs spread out, but Cajun B will be looking to get that crossfire in with device towards A, while Carrigan tries to spot towards B. So we have fakes coming in from NaVi. We've seen it on Mirage. Now we're seeing the A to B smokes on this map as well.
Rotating back.
It's going to force Cajun to rotate, but it's like, hold on a second, there's nobody running, and his teammate's going to fall down. That's going to give them the sight. Can Cajun be hold here? Flamey's quite low down. He could strafe and get the frag, but not yet. He will wait for his teammate, but that's going to be too late. Now it's Carrigan versus 2 with the 5-7 and the AWP. Flamey was low. Flamey has fallen. Now it's just him versus C's. That is a massive
Why are you peeking?
frag. What just happened?
Are we watching Liquid play again? I think so.
Apply water to that burn.
Like, why do people... Is this like the new meta, where just people are dumb to just peek everything? Try to catch people off guard?
What was your optimal play in that situation?
Play the bomb.
Mate, force him to go for the defuse.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you know he has a pistol, right? So obviously, chances are, if he's using the pistol, that means he has an op in his hand. So, playing the bomb, especially knowing, considering where the bomb was planted as well. Like you, obviously, yeah. If he would have gotten that kill, yeah, you know, yeah, everyone would say it was smart play, right?
Yeah.
But why not play it on the
if you
safe
succeed,
side?
it's good play. If
Exactly.
you fail, it's bad play, right?
I mean, chances especially when you have, because he was very late. If he had peeked right before or right when Kerrigan killed the first person, that would have been fine. Because then you would just, you know, you would just revenge frag him, right? But since he peeked like maybe 3 or 4 seconds after, Kerrigan has time to actually just adjust his crosshair and manage to kill him. So
the money has got to be dire here for Na'Vi. I think this is a must-win round for them. Otherwise, they are going to be in a difficult situation. But do not count them out, even if they lose this round. Sometimes maps are won on force buys with mere pistols. But we still got round 29 to go. No one dead for either team yet. But again, it's the waiting game here for TSM as Na'Vi decide what to do. They've got 2 early frags. Guardian flash. He's not going to be able to find Dupree. But can Na'Vi execute onto the site here, or can Kerrigan hold the defense down? Zeus poking, prodding, teasing. But the flash is coming in, but they've got no Molotovs left apart from Flamey. He could try and force the position while they go for that retake. There goes that Molotov, so that's going to stop the AWP from peeking for a while. Zipnix will try and pick up the slack here. Dupree going down as well. Have Na'Vi waited until the last moment to take themselves to 15? Kerrigan not out of it yet. Oh, that Molotov is going to be brutal. Has he got enough time? He's got a kit. He could have gone for it. He's going to force him through the flames, and he's going to get taken down by Kerrigan. Consolation frag with the molly.
that could have been winnable. After having that Molotov there as well.
This is a very tight spot indeed now for TSM.
Yeah, and since they lost pretty much everyone except for that one person, they don't have... Yeah, you see that. They're still very... Wait.
I don't believe... I think
Wait, did you see that?
Yeah, I think sometimes that screen can be laggy. I don't believe that we can even spawn with $3,000 in the bank. Okay, so we've got the trades here. Again, this is advantage Na'Vi so far, but how long can they hold on for? Speaking of holding on, Zipnix trying to hold down the B bomb site with the 5-7 in the pits. He has a kit. He's the only person on the team with a kit. Bomb's gone down, so even if he falls, at least there's that for TSM. And it's looking bad. Only Zipnix left. Going to find the first frag. Find the second frag as well. He's got 2 more to find here. And again, he's still got the kit. This could be doable. He's still got time, but he's not going to have enough time. And Guardian will finish things off eventually for Na'Vi. So it's going to be a 16-14, and that had to be very mentally taxing for both teams indeed. TSM having to come back from a huge deficit in the first half, and Na'Vi just failing time and time again. You know, 6 rounds in a row.